Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino lists every game he's played this month. This month being May 2021, the prelude to June 2021, which is where I expect some of the real magic to happen. But May still had some cool new stuff and some just new stuff, so let's address it. Number 1, Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. I decided to take a risky plunge into a visual novel that was not Danganronpa or Ace Attorney, and it was a risk not worth taking. This game and its cohort, The Missing Heir, are remakes of an extremely old visual novel series from the 1980s, and it shows, because while the story is fine, and the characters are fine, and it's fun to voice act, the actual gameplay is just awful. I needed a guide for 90% of it because the way you progress is to interview people and ask them multiple questions in a specific order, sometimes multiple times to get different dialogue. It's like interrogating a Dark Souls NPC. You might have to ask someone about one prompt twice in a row, then another prompt, then you might have to think, which is an option you have to select, then you might have to go call over some other person in the scene, ask them 4 random questions, call the initial person back over, think again, then search your surroundings, and then lament the $50 you spent on this duo bundle of games. It's the biggest slog in the world, and doing it without a guide would force me to get stuck spam selecting every option 80 times until something finally happened. As a visual novel, this game would be 10 times better if it just played itself for you. I literally just want to sit here and read text until it's over because the order of operations BS is infuriating. Don't play this game. If you want to experience the story, then watch someone else play it who knows all the answers. Number 2, Knockout City. Knockout City is poised to become almost the next big thing in party multiplayer games. The potential is there for it to get up there with things like Fall Guys and Rocket League, but it would need a few more updates and a good roadmap for the future. Knockout City is team dodgeball with wacky physics and a high skill ceiling, where your teammates can also become balls for you to throw at opponents, or launch high in the air in an AoE one-shot super move that is stupidly OP, unblockable, impossible to run from if you're not already far away, and way too easily spammable in my opinion. That one move aside, the mechanics in Knockout City are fluid, fun, timing-oriented, team-oriented, and a solid foundation for an enduring multiplayer game if supported properly. Number 3, From the Darkness. This game was for some reason touted as the scariest horror game of 2021, and maybe that's true if everything else was My Little Pony. It's not that it's not creepy, it's got some moments, but as you play it you discover that there really isn't a lose condition and you're therefore in no actual danger ever. They even try to trick you with a hide under the bed mechanic, and it's like, why? I could touch tips with a monster and walk away unscathed with nothing but an enlarged penis. As someone who is frequently demolished by jump scares and largely affected by horror in general, From the Darkness is whatever. Number 4, Mind Scanners. Mind Scanners is a game where you deduce whether a patient is insane or not, the type of insane that they are, and then you take steps in minigame format to cure them of said insanity. I played it for about half an hour before I just said to myself, yeah, probably not. It works for what it wants to be, but I'm not into it. Maybe you will be. Number 5, Resident Evil 8. The big one of the month, Resident Evil Village, is probably my favorite Resident Evil game. There's more action, the upgrade systems are nice, the currency earning and treasure hunting is rewarding, and the New Game Plus mechanics with unlockable special weapons and infinite ammo toggling on a per-gun basis really make this game replayable as hell the first few times. The first playthrough is appropriately suspenseful, tense, methodical, and illuminating, and then every playthrough after that is like, whee! Infinite ammo assault rifle with 80 bullets in a clip? Yes, please. A 20-round magnum that kills bosses in 5 hits? Don't mind if I do. A flippin' lightsaber? I never unlocked that one, so I don't know. Access to those kind of cheats and weaponry are earned by completing in-game challenges, like beating the game while healing 4 or less times, or killing a certain amount of enemies with a certain weapon type. It really brought me back to the old days of the PS2 era, when it was commonplace for games to have unlockable cheats that extended their lifespans and just let you have fun with a game you'd just finished taking seriously. I wish more games did this, because if Resident Evil Village didn't, I'd have just played it once and said bye-bye. It's real good, and I'm excited for it to end up somewhere on my top 20 games of the year list. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at SunburnedAlbino, and I'll see you guys next time.